So myself and Dean have picked three horses each, and we'll have a quick run through of the Coronation Cup as well. Do you have the Coronation Cup? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. um, my first pick of the day is Habur at 9-2. Mark Johnston trains this filly, and the informed Dane O'Neill rides. She's up £12 from her last run, which was over this distance. I think she'll win nicely under Dane. One concern I'd have would be Corvair, a very good horse over 7 furlongs and has ran twice in 2020 so far. She runs at the 205 in Lingfield.
Yeah, I actually like the same horse, and with Dane's strike rate from racing started back on Monday at 67%. I think that, you know, this time of the year it's hard to go off form, but whenever you have a rider and even a trainer in such good form, I think that siding with them is probably where most of my picks have been this week, siding with jockeys and trainers that's been on form. So I like the look of him too, and he's best price online there at 11-2.
I'm sure we might as well make that the racing record snap for the day. Both of us are on it.
Actually, we'll put our neck in the line and put it out there.
Yeah. I suppose my next pick is in the 240 at Lingfield. Miss Yoda at evens here in the 240. I don't think she'll be beat at all. Gosden has a future group winner in this one. She came second in a group 3 last time out behind Max Vega, I think it was, at Newmarket. And I don't think she'll be beat here today. I'd say she'll win by at least 2 lengths.
I've went for one on Lingfield in the 315. This time it's for the also informed Andrew Baldwin and Oisin Murphy. Andrew sends 3 runners to Lingfield today from his base at Newbury. And of the 3, I think that Berkshire Rocco has the best chance. And the way Oisin is at the minute too, he's hit the frame a couple of times yesterday, just beating the line, got a couple of winners, made a 25-1 shot for Andrew. This seems to be probably their best chance of a winner of the 3, and he's currently best price online at 5-2. So that's in the Lingfield Derby trial.
And my third pick is in the 555 at Newmarket. It's in the sub. James Doyle's riding him, and I hear James was in the shape of his life at the minute. And I believe Insab had a wind up too as well recently. And I think the 9-year-old, obviously, I think he's a really good price at 8-1. Hopefully can get the job done here today.
I'm over at Newmarket for my last pick as well. It's in the 445. I'm going with a sharp price one here. Delta Royalty for Roger Varian and Andrea Azzini. The filly has won her sole start at Kempton, and with race experience under the saddle, I think it'll help a long way for the 3-year-old. And Charlie Appleby stated the other day that his fillies are not as far along, as his colts, and that was evident yesterday whenever you seen a couple of them just slightly underperformed. So the betting market has it maybe a 2-horse race. So for that, I think Delta Royalty will be my strong pick for the day, strong fancy for the day.
And you mentioned there the Azzini Varian partnership. That's who's partnering my pick for the Coronation Cup. I'm going for Defoe. I think he'll beat Stradivarius. I can't see Stradivarius winning this. I think the distance is far too short. I know, it's won before over a similar distance, but I just think it won't win at all today. I don't think it'll do the business.
I've gone against it. I went for Stradivarius, and it's it's a purely sentimental one, where everything the horse has done in the past and Frankie and everything. I just think at the price that he is, 130 best price there, it's a massive price for a horse that's won what he has won. I know there's a massive drop in distance, but being by Sea the Stars, he has they have the distance and the pedigree, so it's just one of them ones. As he out for a prep run, because we haven't had as many races with the lockdown, or maybe he might be able to use his staying power to some sort of effect today, and I'm sure Frankie will give him the best ride he possibly can. Anyway.
Yeah. And do you think he'll go for the Ascot Gold Cup?
I would say go back there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
You'd be hoping that this wasn't a prep run for that, and just stretched legs.
Yeah,
That'd
well,
be my concern.
that would be my concern as well. But it's just, as I say, it's one of them sentimental ones, and at the value, there has to be, it's worth a wee. It's the first time he hasn't been odds on in how many races. Like, it's
Yeah,
there's a bit of value there, so you never know.
yeah, it is hard to turn down. And what do you make of Anthony Van Dyke?
Frustrating horse, but the Ballydoyle Battalion have made their way across the water, so it's hard to know how well Aidan has them going at home with no racing at all in Ireland, but it's not unlike Aidan to send them over without some. He's done it in the past. You look at the facilities they have at Ballydoyle. They've got a Tattenham Corner. They've got the July course at Newmarket. They've got Chester. They've got Epsom. Like they've the whole works there. So you can guarantee they'll be fit.
And just Desert Encounter there is 50-1. I think he has a good chance of placing. He's just one that's been around all over the world and just can win whenever he wants to, I suppose.
He's kind of one of them unlucky ones, isn't he? He has, as you say, he's been all over and he's been knocking on the door, and it's just, things just haven't gone his way.
He's won his fair share too, as well.
Yeah, he hasn't. Just sometimes things haven't gone his way, but as you say, it could be one of them. It could come down to who's in best condition.
Yeah.
We've seen upsets all week. We've seen it at Kempton the other day, 6-6 to one shot won on it, and 150 to one shot come third. So I know it's 2-year-old races, but upsets can happen. It's racing.
It definitely can. And we haven't even mentioned the favourite for this guy yet.
No.
I just fancy it.
I don't know. He has been running a Maidan, so he's probably had a better season or prep for this than some of the others. But I don't know. I just don't like him in this. I just think.
I think I'm just basing him off that Arc race. He was dreadful, and he came second last. I think it was. I'm just passing him by completely. I don't think he's value at all at even money or 11-10 or whatever he is.
That's the other thing. Like, you look at the race and you look at the quality that's on the race, and even 11-10 or even money favourite. There's value elsewhere to be had each way if you look.
And then the full won this last year as well. I know it was a different track, but he still won it.
Yeah, exactly. Some horses are trained with certain races in mind, and maybe that's the way they've been heading with the Foe. And as I say, they're going well at the minute as well.
Yeah.
Roger Varian and Andrea Zini. So there's a handful of people out there, jockeys and trainer combinations, who are striking well at the minute. And if you can keep on to them, you're sure to make a pound or two.
So Stradivarius is your pick for that one?
Stradivarius will be my pick on that one.
10-3. Mine's the Foe at 9-2. So we'll see who wins that.
We'll see.
Well, that wraps up today's tips. And if you enjoyed it, leave a like and I suppose give us a bit of feedback.
Hopefully we get you a few winners.